Well, on the 25th of Adar, Chaf Adar, marks the Hilul of another great rabbi from the rabbinic dynasty of the Abulafia family. His name was Rabbi Haim Abulafia HaRishon. Zecher Tzadik Livracha. Now it's actually interesting. He came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rav David Abulafia. Very much, and I believe he was born in the Hebrew year Heitav Samach in Jerusalem, one of the four holy cities of the land of Israel. And he would actually learn under great auspices. I believe his rabbi's name was Rabbi Yitzchak Kohen. Rabbi Kohen happened to be the author of the Batei Kahuna, a very, very great book of its time. Now, Rav Abulafia would be learning Torah really diligently, day and night, on, let's just say, the greatest, highest level of Torah, even from a very, very young age, and will be appointed as a Dayan, as a judge in Tzfat being one of the four holy cities of Israel, along with Jerusalem, Hebron, and Tiberias, respectively. So at that point in time, those were the four main areas where the Jewish community were learning. It's actually interesting. I think he received a rabbinic ordination from Rabbi Yaakov Abulafia. I think this was in the year Heitav Kuf, if I'm not mistaken, around that point in time. And he'll become, afterwards, I believe, he'll go to Larissa, if I'm not mistaken, or Larissa in Yavan, in Greece, respectively, over there. And very much that was a place, let's just say, or Larso, just to be precise, in those different areas. In Greece, that sound in a similar way. But I think he would spend a window of time over there. But I believe he was forced to move along, also with the rest of the community, to Saloniki at a later stage in time. And I believe that the Amsterdam in the Netherlands, there was once a rabbi had passed away over there, the Sephardic Kehila in Amsterdam, which was a huge, huge community in his day. This was in the year Heitav Kuf Chaf Aleph. This is Hebrew year, respectively. They would actually invite Rabbi Abulafia to take that specific position in that place. Remember that at point in time, the Netherlands was one of the great Jewish communities and was a center of Sephardic Jewish life across the globe. It was one of the main places. So they would invite him over there to represent, let's just say, to become like the rabbi in there. And I think there was a request at that point in time from the Jewish community in Izmir. They would also request his assistance within regards to a pulpit role. So he would eventually move to Turkey and began to serve over there as a chief rabbi of Izmir. Remember, Izmir was an epicenter of Torah across the whole world. The main Torah at that stage in time was in Turkey. So I'm not sure if he actually spent a period of time in Amsterdam or not, but very much he would end up in Turkey. And then he was appointed to Chacham Bashi, and let's just say all his halachic rulings were accepted unequivocally over that point in time. Now he's going to write different Torah works in of itself. He wrote, I think, an explanation, a biur on the smag, which was on the Haggadah Shel Pesach. Pesach naturally is a Passover festival. Haggadah is what we recite over the liturgy on the 15th of Nisan. And I believe this was in the year Heitav Kuf Lamed Bet, if I'm not mistaken. I believe many of his writings, if I'm not mistaken, unfortunately there was a fire, and I think some of it was saved, but a lot of it, unfortunately, did get ruined. They passed away in the Hebrew year, Heitav Kuf Lamed Hey. He passed away. He was very, very much great rabbi of his time. I believe he would be buried in Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. This was Turkey, yeah. So he would be buried over there. And I believe the English year, it was towards the end of the 1700s, respectively, 18th century. You could say around the year 1775, I believe, around that time period. He passed away, if I'm not mistaken, but was a great rabbi of his time. The main book which he actually left us was Nishmat Chayim, one of the most famous books of that specific point in time. And I believe this was actually published in the 1806, possibly about 20 years after he passed. So it was published in Saloniki, in Greece. And this would have 358 pages. It was very, very much great book. I think it was written on Sefer Mitzvot Gadol. This was what it was based on, the great book. And I recommend everyone to read it and to learn it and study it in of itself. Now, friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear. We've already covered on this series possibly nearly 850 rabbis of the Oriental countries, respectively, brilliant achievement, I must say. And we've covered possibly about 120 Turkish rabbis, maybe about 20 from Greece at some stage in time. So please, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the videos to other people. If anyone's interested in watching the videos, please share it to those people respectively. Wishing all a fantastic day. Take care. Keep learning about the Oriental rabbis of yesteryear. Thank you.